Alright, good morning, guys. Here's some possible plays. See play popping up. Alright, this isn't doing anything. I'm gonna take this off. I do like Gene as a possible play. It's down below the trend line, but there is a bunch of indicator support at 375, but all the indicators are below 385, 435. Yeah, I do like Gene as a possibility. Good morning, Chad. Still a little too early though on Gene. VBLT is trying to break the downtrend, but getting held up there at the moment. I mean, they're saying they're raising $2 million. I mean, that could be a lie. Who knows? They don't got the $2 million yet, so that very easily could be a pump. But this thing did run a while back from 275 all the way up to 15, so there is a possibility that traders might want to come in this and try to run this up, or other chat rooms. That's why I'm watching it. I kind of had this support right back here, but it's cracked below it. If it could get back above that, then possibly be something there. Gene's selling off as well. That's the thing I want to see, is everything selling off. BFRA is a little bit higher price stock. Kind of opening up right in some resistance. 1075 is where the 200 is. And it's in this channel at the moment. But if it can break 1075, it could run, because this is another one that went on a massive rip not too long ago from 7 all the way up to 55. So there's a couple of plays that definitely could get some pumps and some attention. And VBLT actually is breaking out of this downtrend, I believe. Yeah, it's above all indicators, so it's got some potential to move. Already kind of broke the downtrend though. I would like to got in a little earlier than right now, but we'll give it a few minutes. See if it gives some confirmation. And this 5-minute may pull back here. That'd be alright. Let's wait and let this 5-minute candle close is what I'm thinking. Or you do what you want. I'm just thinking my thoughts out loud. I want to see if this 5-minute candle closes above the 9 EMA. And then if it's the next 5-minute candle starts moving in an upward direction, there may be a play here. TAOP is above all indicators too, so there's not a lot of resistance there's not a lot of resistance to really hold this back if it gets going. And it is very low float. See, it's trying to break back over that support area, but still getting hung up. If it can get back over this support area, then I may possibly look for an entry. We have this downtrend on the 1 minute. But when that downtrend breaks, or if it breaks, then it would be back over that support area. No, there's a possibility on this. We'll see what happens. Let's see VBLT. So VBLT still not sure yet, but if it closes over that 9 EMA, very well could be a play. $3.30. And TLP is still looking pretty weak, though. Let's see, is there anything else doing anything? Any interest? BFRA cracking the bottom of the channel, so we got several things not looking too good at the moment. See, VBLT did hold up. But let's see, I might have to readjust this trend line. This downtrend actually may be right there. Yeah, that looks a little better. Yeah. If it breaks over 140, that's when it could start being a play. See, TLP is starting to come back up now. Coming up to the support. Interesting. I'm going. I get filled at 366. I got filled a little high, but there started to be a lot of volume coming in. It still could turn around because it's not above that support yet, but going just on this early entry just to see if this is going to get moving. It's pretty risky. It's a pretty risky move, but we'll see. Especially on a Friday. You see it's still getting held up at 360 area. Some support around 340. See, we got 2.5 minutes on this candle to close. It still could turn around. If it does turn around, it's probably going to dump fast. Really want to see it start holding up 350 as support. It is definitely getting pushed down. This may be a pretty nice size loss if this doesn't start moving up. These upper shadows on the 5-minute are real ugly. I do not like those upper shadows. A minute 20 seconds here. And 350's fell in that support. I may have jumped the gun too early. $350 starting to act as resistance, so that's not good. If it drops any lower, let's see, where's that bottom at? 333. And it's going to be a decent, it's going to be a pretty decent loss if this doesn't work out. I think I'm going to put a stop loss at 328. Yeah, I'm going to put it at 328. If it drops that low, then it's not going to rip. Needs to keep moving closer up to this downtrend, not down this way. Hit your stop loss at 340. And I may end up taking a significant loss on this if it doesn't move up, but it's really struggling to get back over at 350, and the 9's starting to point down. But my thoughts was if we could get in early on this, if it was going to rip, because really the best place would be to wait till this downtrend breaks up here. I was feeling a little frisky today and decided to get in real early on this pattern, and just because of how low float it is, if it starts ripping, it'll probably rip pretty fast. But this could cost me. That could have been a very Very expensive mistake. It really needs to hold up this bottom. It does not need to get under 334. Got 3 minutes on this candle to close. This candle needs to close over 340. We need upper movement. Had a lot of selling volume in the last 5 minutes. You start seeing buying volume come back in and push this up back over the 9. We're getting real weak though. Real weak here. 330 cracks, that's it. Yep. Yep. Shouldn't have jumped the gun so quick on this. Let's see. BFRA slowly creeping back up, so it held the bottom of this channel. See how Gene is doing. Gene's not looking much better. Still way under that downtrend. So right now, the only play possibly is on BFRA. Although this would only be the second touch of this uptrend. See where this 5-minute candle closes at. Yeah, TAOP is probably going to sell off from here. Gene is just slowly creeping. Gene may be the play. Still too early to tell. I don't have a lot of funds left, but I may go a little 10 shares on BFRA. Wait for this downtrend on the 1 minute to break. Before I do though, keep a look on Gene. Starting to break a little here. Oh, still getting held up though. I'm gonna go 10 shares here. It's still getting hung up at the 1 minute, but straight up to that upper channel and see if it can try to break this channel. That's what I'm looking for, is this channel break and a push for a new high a day. Decent amount of buying volume in this. That 1075 area is going to be tough. The top of this channel, it may have to consolidate a little while longer before it can get up to that before it can break. This is kind of an early touch on that top of that channel. Codex. I'm on BFRA right now with a very small position. Oh yeah, Codex did get a nice pop, but running into that 200 day at 1280, pulling back at the moment. There's nothing really to get in on it right at this moment, though. You gotta kind of wait for something to form. But it did have a nice move so far on Codex. Definitely some selling pressure in this area, 1050 to 1075. All these upper shadows on the 1 minute. Got a minute left. It's starting to push over 1050 in this last minute, trying to. If it could close over 1050, that'd be a strong close for this 5-minute candle. And you see every time it starts to pop over 1050, pushed right back down. Starting to try to hold though. Got 3 seconds. This is going to be a pretty strong close on the 5-minute. Yeah. See if it tests this trend, this top of this channel here. It's getting real close again, slowly building up to it. Let me see 1050 holding up again, so it may pull back on this candle and need a few more minutes. Just don't want it to dump. As long as it stays up in this area, consolidating right below this top of this channel. is kind of running into it and curling over, so it needs to break real soon if it's going to break. If not, it's going to come back down to the bottom of this channel and it'll test this support again. TAOP all the way down to 315. Gene down to 375, so nothing else really moving. Of course, we still really haven't seen any big moves in the small cap world except for STSA yesterday. It did get a pretty nice move, almost up to $10 from that dead cat bounce. Let's see, let's draw this trend. Draw this downtrend on the 1 minute, see if that breaks here on this. Yeah, okay, there it goes. It's popping back up. Now the push on that last 5 minute candle close was in the last minute. So let's see if this comes back up in the last minute of this 5 minute candle. Got a minute and 30 left on it. Ooh, that was a little dump there. So this may come back down to the bottom of the channel. It's 950. I'm gonna hold it even only because I have 10 shares. So holding it down to 950 is not that much. That would be risking. Because this channel, as long as the channel holds, as long as it holds support this time and it'll make its way back up to the top of the channel, like we'll probably see something like this again, little curly moves. As long as this holds up. The 950 area. If I had a bigger position, I definitely would not hold it to 950 for my entry of 1037. That's a pretty big stop loss. It'd be a nonsense stop loss. But like I said, because it's only 10 shares, I'm only risking like $10. I'm gonna hold it down to there. Because on the upside, if it gets through this 1075 area, there's a lot of potential. There's not a ton of resistance. You got some at 1267, 1138 is the pre-market high. 1315. Yeah, there's just not like this could rip a couple of dollars if it breaks that 1075 area. Maybe more. I mean, there's the 3 days that this had buying power on it. It just, this thing ran, 13 to 41 there, 19 to 41 there, and then like I said, this one's 7 to 55. So we'll see. It's testing that bottom support and bottom of the channel right now. Let's take a look at Codex real quick. Codex. you're looking for an entry on that, you probably wait for the downtrend break at 13 maybe. You see this 1 minute break soon. So where's the bottom bot? Let's see, 925 is where that support was. But we really don't want it to get that low. This 950 area needs to hold up. Well, TALP is still selling off hard, so shorters must just have came in and grabbed a hold of that. They did not want to let that rip. This TSA, if it breaks 530, it could get some more on this dead cat bounce. Downtrend right there. What's the SPY doing today? So SPY looking a little ugly. So that's not a good thing. Oh, starting to crack a little bit here. This needs to hold up. It's a 945 area. Right on the channel support. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th candle. On the 1 minute of it bouncing off, It's gonna be slow. If it's gonna be a little bit before it can try to get back up and test. Like I said, it's got to test the support, the bottom of this channel. If it can hold up, that'll confirm this channel, and then it'll climb back up to that 1075 area. All right, good deal. DPHC, give me just a second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go move a barrier for my driveway so these pavement people can get here. Let me put a stop loss in while I'm gone. I'm just gonna put it. Let's see. Let's just go 928. Yeah. All right. Give me just a second, guys. We may get some chaos in the background, so apologize ahead of time. Yeah, DPHC. It's looking pretty good so far. Nice steady climb. Got a trend line there. BFRA coming back up to 10. BBLT, not doing. I'm take BBLT just looks horrible. Take it off. Take TAOP off as well. That's a bad trade on my part. Gene looks pretty ugly as well. Play selling on. Take that off. BFRA getting back over 10. Like I said, if it tested this support, it would probably most likely get back up to the top of the channel. This is what we want to see, though. Nice fluid movements of consolidation in this channel. But it'll be a little bit before it does. Probably 10 or 15 more minutes before it gets back up to that 1075 area for another test of the top of the channel. Got a little flag here on DHPC on the 1 minute. If I break over that, it'll probably come up and test 24. See, 2390 is the high. Yeah, so that's, if it breaks this flag right here, it'll probably get back up there at 2390. I don't like this sell-off on BFRA right here, though. This may crack. This upper shadow is pretty ugly. Definitely don't want it back down here testing the bottom of the channel. It needs to keep climbing up. So 1, 2, 3. It's held up the channel 3 times at support. And this would be the third touch of this 1075 area if it gets back up there. Usually you get the big breakout, the third or fourth touch of the top of the channel. These are some small candles, though. I don't like how tight these candles are. Some serious selling pressure trying to bring this down. Needs to get that out of there. Oh, there it goes. Yep, see? Look at that. Beautiful. Break that downtrend, pop up, new high a day. It's a nice, what was that, about a 80-cent move right there at the break of that. So very nice if anybody caught that. It was a good, who called that out? It was One Life. One Life, of course. Of course you called it out. Good job, though. Good job nailing that. I'm sure you caught that, or you may have already been in on this. And Codex looks done selling off. Couldn't break that downtrend. The downtrend's still on there, so nothing really there yet on Codex at the moment. BFR8 struggling with that $10 area. Now 10 starting to hold as a little support, so we'll probably see it get back up to that 1075 here soon. Unless the selling pressure keeps pushing it down, because now it's right back down again. Ugly candles on the 5-minute. The buying slowly pushing it up, but still it really needs to get over 10 and start holding 10 to keep making this move up. It's getting kind of ugly. Looks like it may curl back down and test the bottom of this channel again. It was a bad close on that candle. Selling pressure coming back in right at the last minute, pushing it all the way back down. AQST been going straight up. Seva making a decent move. Couple of stocks rebounding because the market's rebounding. Or at least somewhat so far. No, it's not. It's not rebounding like I thought it was. Market's trying to rebound, but Still looking kind of ugly at the moment. We're going to test that support and test the bottom of this channel again, this 950 area. Got it at 23.28. Nice. Good climb on this so far. It's just hit a new high of the year. No PR. It looks like you may get another breakout here on DPHC. Got another nice little flag here on the 1 minute. Break over 24.30. This will probably run up to 24.50 again and maybe higher. BFRA looks like it's going to crack. It is really testing this support a lot now. Yeah, there it's starting to crack. May get stopped out here. Well, this would be an ugly day for me if this doesn't crack. Look at there. Perfect flag grip. So DHPC seems to have all the volume. That's probably going to kill BF. Yeah, I just got stopped out on BFRA. Rough. Very nice. DPHC is the mover. You're out there. One life's nice. It's a nice play here. Yeah, so I lost that $10. Like I said, that's what I was risking. Yeah, BFRA looks pretty done. DPHC think it'll go to $1 million today. It may have some more left in it. It looks like the buyers have pretty full control of this at the moment. Let's see what else we got going on. MT with a little pop up. I'm on a little bit of a losing streak this week. This week's been a little rough. I'm gonna have to get it together next week. See, Kodak's coming up to that downtrend right now. Overextended, but $1 million will work. Got another little flag on the 1 minute here. Little triangles, you might get another break. Might try to break over 25 soon. But it is extended right now for sure. It's a good ways off of the 9 EMA and this possible trend line. So I'd say even if it does break this flag here, it's probably not gonna have too much more after that. It'll probably have a big pullback. So maybe a little bit more in here. So it's, oh, here it goes up to 25. It may get held up at 25. Because there's a lot of sellers there. Nice. The triangles on this were nice. Very nice triangle breaks. You can see there's triangles all the way up on this. Multiple entries there. There it goes, breaking over 25 now, but still gonna probably get held up. I mean, it is overextended, but so far. And you even got one more right there. So I mean, this is triangles all the way up. This is a beautiful play. Beautiful play. Oops. All the way up 25.17. Yeah, BFRA is super done. Kodak struggling. And DPHC just a climbing. Pop over here, take a look at the SPY. Boy, if the SPY drops below 332 today, it could be a big dump. It needs to hold up. Market needs to hold up above. It needs to close today above. Really, probably above 335. Let's see, this downtrend is just getting ugly on the SPY. If Monday it can open above this downtrend, it may be alright, but it's. I don't know. I'm not feeling real good about the overall market. But there could be some issues coming. This TSA is in a big triangle. Not a ton of volume on it, but yeah, there's not much volume on this at all, though. Not like there was yesterday. FAMI popping up some more. Not a lot of volume though, moving it up. It's just moving up with a little bit of buying. And I don't see much else. I don't see much else at all. That's a little higher cap stock, but it's looking kind of overextended at the moment though. And FAMI, if it does keep moving, it's It's going to run into 89-cent resistance, and that's probably going to be pretty tough. Because it struggles with the 200-day moving average. It only stayed over it 2 days over the whole year, and that was it. So that's probably going to be pretty tough resistance for it. And then, yeah, I mean, it's moving up, but like I said, it's kind of... kind of getting overextended. You can tell by this upper shadow on the 5-minute here. This is a, if this candle closes like this, it's an inverted hammer, which usually leads to a sell-off. I mean, it just hit a new high at 56.28. This is a newer IPO, but there's not really anything on it at the moment. And the 9 is all the way back down at 53.88. So if it does drop here, it's going to drop $3. So pretty risky. I wouldn't. This big red candle is an issue. That's the problem right now. This is a bearish engulfing candle. It didn't sell off after that candle, but it should. It's got a little bounce, but if it doesn't break over this high right now, the sell-off's probably going to come. No, it's not a very pretty pattern. Although it is trying to come back up to that high. Oh, look at there. Did just make a new high, but that would have been hard to predict to get in there. It's also not a ton of volume on this. There's only been 1.8 million in volume so far, but it is trying to push. Looks like it wants to try to test 57. There's a bit of a wall at 57. That may be where the pullback comes at, unless it breaks out of it. But it's definitely getting held back at 57. With DHPC with a big sell-off. Big nasty one. So I was saying I didn't think I had too much more up here in that 25 area. That was how far as it was going to go. But to me, that's kind of what looking like what NNOX might do here soon, because it's getting pretty overextended as well. But if anybody's got any questions or anything, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the the stream about 10-15 more minutes here. It's Friday. It's been a pretty slow week, and there's not much going on. And I'm about ready to call it and come back Monday with a fresh start. Listen, the Codex is trying to pop up here. What am I doing for the weekend? Well, I got house showings here at this place, and then I'm gonna go look at a property or two. So I'm gonna be kind of busy with that. But pretty much real estate in this weekend. Trying to find that next investment. One Life's having a chill weekend, it looks like. Just having a good time. I traded BFRA. I took a loss on it, and then I took a wild swing, crazy stab at TAOP and took a nice loss on it when it started dumping. Just bad trading today. Not being patient and looking for good setups. Yeah, Codex is breaking that. So that's what I'm saying. I need to go about my weekend, do the things I need to do, get my brain back in order for Monday, and start out fresh on Monday to get back to trading smart instead of wild. Been taking too many shots this week. This week's not really showing us anything. Like I was saying the other day, it's not the time to let the horses out of the stable, and I definitely let the horses go crazy today, and I paid for that one, so. Let's see what happens next week. There's just so much uncertainty in the market right now. Pretty much in all the markets, there's uncertainty. This year has been a crazy year. Yeah, the only thing that really has made a move this week in the small caps was STSA yesterday. STSA made a nice move off of that dead cat bounce all the way up to, let's see, they ought to get to 950. That's really the only move of any significance and that's not your normal small cap play anyway. It's a dead cat bounce, so they can happen pretty much any time in the market. But I agree with you. The market may go sideways, and then we might see the small caps start to heat up. It's that time of year where the small caps should start heating up. I really don't know how to call it this year, and this right here is concerning. Like, I don't know if the market's going to go sideways or dump. It may possibly dump. There's a lot of issues in our economic system that could get worse and worse. Yeah. That's why I started kind of trying to focus on more of some higher price stocks instead of the penny stock world, but BFRA failed on me today there. So we'll see what Monday brings. I think Monday is going to be a day of sitting back and seeing what the market is going to do before making a trade, because so far this week has not been the best week. So, but it could change Monday, who knows. But as you can hear in the background, it's going to get a little loud here, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We'll be back Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Until next time.